Hi, everyone. My name is Greg Holsworth, and joining me today is Paula Mitchell. Paula, thank you for coming online with me today. We're here to talk about Women's History Month. March is, of course, Women's History Month. And the questions I have for you start with, what does Women's History Month mean to you personally, Paula?
Hi, Greg. So first of all, thanks for having me here. I really appreciate having the opportunity to talk about Women's History Month. And so to answer your question, History Month means a lot to me. I grew up with two very strong role models, and that's my grandma and my mom. My grandpa passed away when my mom was very young. And so my grandma single-handedly raised a family through the Vietnam War. And she didn't really have an education. She was illiterate. So to this day, I still cannot believe she's done that on her own to put five kids through school. My mom is another role model in my life, and she is likely the most strong and determined woman that I know. And she relentlessly sought out freedom for us through immigrating to Canada. So Women's History Month gives me a bit of time and space to honor their accomplishments and what they've done to get me here, essentially. So I feel very fortunate to be a part of this month, to be able to celebrate and to contribute in a small way by reflecting and learning on what they've done for me.
Paul, why is it important that we celebrate Women's History Month?
Well, Greg, I think that celebration is also a way of learning. And that's learning from our, past role models, from our current role models. Some of us may have mentors and coach that we've known for a long time. And I think that, learning from their experiences, which includes some of their wins, right? Some of the successes they've had, and a lot of challenges and struggles that our role models have had as well. I think it's also important that we celebrate ourselves. And so we pay attention to our own successes, our own challenges and hardships that we've had to create the path. And I would say that we've braved, right, to get here today. And so like any other world important topics, I think that when you give it time and space, you're able to raise awareness and educate ourselves on the topic. We learn about past history, some of the things that our, role models have done in the past. And I think that the other important thing that we need to remember is that there's some voices that need to be heard, right? Some of the most influential and inspirational women in my life have amazing ideas. And sometimes we need to nurture, support, and encourage those voices to come through more clearly. So it's important that we build this sense of community and create a support network where these voices can be heard.
Paula, thank you so much for your time today.
Thanks, Greg, for having me.